So what makes this the best fitting line? So the process of regression is used to find the line that best fits the data. So the criteria for the best fitting line that technology will use are as follows. So first off, the line must pass through the point x bar, y bar. So it finds the mean of all the x coordinates and then the mean of all the y coordinates, and that is the starting anchor point of this line of best fit. Okay, then the line must make the sum of the square of the residuals as small as possible. Alright, so sum means to add and square means to take a number times itself. Okay, so those are math words that we've seen before. But then we have this new word in here, residual. So what the heck is a residual? So when you draw a line that best fits the data, that line will not be able to pass through all of the points. Okay, in fact, it might not pass through a single point of the data at all, like we looked at in the scatter plot earlier. So you can see that in the graph in example 10.1.2. The residuals give us a way to measure how far the line is vertically from each point in the data set. Okay, so a residual is the difference between the actual y value and the predicted y value on the regression line for a particular value of x called x sub o. So this is the directed, so by directed we mean it can be positive or negative, vertical distance between the actual point in the data and the corresponding point on the regression line. So this residual we get by finding the actual value in the data. So this one, this y coordinate comes from the data. And then we take that same x coordinate and we plug it into the line of best fit that the calculator or computer just gave us. Okay, so this is from the equation. And then we take the difference between those two. We subtract them. So that residual can come out to be either positive, negative, or 0. So data points above this line of best fit will have positive residuals, and the data points below the line of best fit will have negative residuals. And then if you were to actually take the sum, add up all those positive and negatives, that sum will always be 0. Alright, so now if we take a look at the picture we had before with our scatter plot and the line of best fit that was on there, these vertical distances here, so this residual here, okay, so this would be a negative residual. So as we take this particular value of x and plug it in, or actually look at where it is in the data, so this is the actual value of y, and then we plug it into the equation, this is going to give us the predicted value of y. And when we subtract those two values, that difference we get is the residual. And that difference will be negative for any point that is below this line of best fit versus like this one here. This one will have a positive residual, which means when we subtract the actual value of y minus the predicted value of y, in this case we're going to get a positive difference for those. So any of these points above here have positive residuals, all of the points below the line will have negative residuals.